Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. Today we are diving right on into it because this drama was so crazy it hit the internet and everyone just kind of was in a state of shock at what they were reading. So if you guys don't know, I'm going to be talking about Faze Banks and Alissa Violet. Both of them are YouTubers and they have a pretty big history in YouTube drama. So Alissa Violet is Jake Paul's ex-girlfriend. If you don't know, she made a video basically like exposing Jake Paul and their entire relationship, where he kind of like faked that they were in a relationship and that they were publicly together while behind the scenes he was with other girls, and it really hurt her feelings. He would come home and bring other girls and they would be together intimately, like in Alissa and Jake's bed, and it was not anything that anyone should ever have to go through, like emotionally. If you like someone, you should never have to like witness them doing any type of that stuff ever. That's emotionally just so damaging and it really hurts your self-esteem, and no one deserves to go through that. That happened between Alissa and Jake Paul, and she put him on blast for it. There was a whole diss track that she did with Rice Gum. It was a mess. So everybody basically like attacked Alissa Violet for coming for Jake and vice versa. Anyways, Alissa started to date Faze Banks, and Faze Banks came out super public, was just like, Jake, how could you do that to her? Like, she is a dime.
The girls when he was super her and cheated on her 1,000 times. It's crazy.
Not only physically, but like mentally well. Like everyone knows.
Alissa and Faze were together for so long, and it really seems like he loved her. He was taking care of her. He was so honored to be dating her. He really came out and publicly said all this stuff dissing Jake Paul because of what he did to Alissa. Basically being like, how could you cheat on her? She's like amazing. I don't respect anybody that does that. It was crazy. So that was a whole thing in itself, and Jake Paul and Faze Banks obviously like always had some sort of drama because of that. So Faze Banks and Alissa Violet broke up recently, and it was kind of a big deal. A lot of people were just kind of like sad about it. They felt that they were like couple goals, and people really looked at their relationship and thought it was real. It turns out that Faze was kind of just treating Alissa like how Jake Paul treated her, and when he was trying to be like this knight in shining armor for her, it actually wasn't the case. It was like total fraud. At least that is what Alissa Violet is alleging on Twitter. So since the breakup, they actually had a pretty tame breakup. It wasn't very public. Even Faze Banks came out and said it at the time. They were just keeping it to themselves. They broke up privately, and they didn't really make it very public, I think for about a month after they broke up, and then they kind of came out and said that they had broken up. Now, there was this whole thing between Faze Banks and Tana, whether or not he cheated on Alissa with Tana. That was a whole thing. And Tana did come out and she said that they were broken up when she was with Faze Banks. So he did not cheat on Alissa with Tana.
Did you hook up with Faze Banks while him and Alissa were still together?
No, they were not together.
What's the gross?
But you guys, he did end up cheating on her with multiple other girls, and I truly cannot even believe this. Alissa Violet is like one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen, and I cannot even believe he would dare cheat on her. Look at her. Look at him. I'm not trying to be mean, but like, she's hot, okay? Anyways, he tweeted out, "I love you." No context. That was it. Alissa posted text messages between her and what looks like Faze Banks, and his contact name is unpack. So it says, "Goodbye, dude. Why? I love you?" ? What the hell? This ain't cool. She said, quote, "I love you? Did you, quote, love me when you were hooking up with a random in our home? Did you, quote, love me when you Snapchatted that girl in Vegas to come you when I was at dinner with you? Dude, WTF is this? I always kept my promises." Did you, quote, love me when I was in Orlando for my cousin's wedding and you hooked up with a girl in our bed? This conversation is basically just Alissa being like, you don't love me if you were doing these things to me behind my back and I found out about them. So these text messages left me with a lot of questions where I was like, how did she know he was cheating on her? What is the case? Are they in an open relationship? Did he leave his phone out? Did she go through it? Did she see text messages? Like, what was going on? And we get confirmation of that because somebody tweeted and said, how did you find out you were being cheated on? And Alissa responded with, I was asleep upstairs with our dogs and he wasn't next to me. So I checked our guest house and caught him in bed with a random girl. And then she kind of corrected herself. She said guest wing of the house. So it's not like she had to like go outside to look for him. It was kind of just like the guest room, which makes a lot more sense. And basically she caught him red-handed cheating on her, and that honestly is so traumatizing to me. I don't know what I would do if I caught my significant other cheating on me like right before my eyes. I literally wouldn't know what to do. I surely wouldn't have like kept quiet about it all this time. So props to her for being able to keep it under wraps all this time. Now, she began to, under the I love you tweets, start tweeting more and more scenarios. She said, did you, quote, love me when you smashed in the back of Chantel's window of her car that she gave me? And if you guys don't know what that means, Chantel Jeffries is a very close friend of Alissa Violet. She says she's a DJ. She's like an Instagram model, and she has a lot of famous friends, which is why she is famous. And I guess she gave Alissa Violet a car, and Faze Banks smashed the back of the window of the car. Then she says, did you, quote, love me when you effed all the girls I was worried about while we were dating after the breakup? And this one hurts me the most because this literally happened to me. I was dating someone and I was pretty worried about girls. Most of them were my friends, honestly. I was like, they really are in love with you. I just like don't like that you're giving them this kind of attention. And then what do you know? After we're not together anymore, he was with them. Trust your instincts, ladies. If you feel like he's gonna do something, he probably is. Or she. I'm not discriminating. Girls can cheat too. Then she goes on to say, did you, quote, love me when I've been asking you for 5 months to help out with our dogs, but you told me to ship them to my parents in Ohio because it was, quote, too much for you? And he said, I couldn't take care of them. I want them to have a good life. Why are we doing this online? And then she goes on to say, did you, quote, love me when you texted that girl that you were on your way to her hotel room at 6 a.m. to get weird while I was sleeping next to you? Did you, quote, love me when you said you were at Highlight Room, but I had your location and you were at a random apartment complex for 2 hours? Did you, quote, love me when you broke 8 of my phones? So this whole situation sounds just very, very bad. Very, very, very bad. It's not even like he was cheating on her, but it kind of sounds like he was kind of a little violent. Like he smashed the back of her window and broke 8 of her phones. The things she's alleging are not okay. Finally, someone said, I want to believe Alissa, but you don't seem the type to cheat. I want to hear your side. You treat her like a queen. You bought her a car, designer stuff, and a dog. I don't know what dumb person would do that, then cheat. Please come out with your side. And Alissa said, would you like the video of me walking in on him and her? And she ended up deleting this. And Drama Lawyer came out and was like, that means she doesn't have one. I honestly think it has to do with like revenge, blank, I can't say that word, but it's illegal to post that kind of stuff and threaten somebody with that. So I think that's why she deleted it for legal reasons. In regards to what this girl is saying, that they don't believe that a guy would buy all these things for her, this is like kind of relevant, but I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We all know Tristan Thompson cheated on Khloe Kardashian a whole bunch, and we're always like, how would he cheat on someone that is like so famous? Like, why wouldn't he want to treat her like a queen? He cheated on her and he was buying her diamonds for her birthday, a diamond ring, a diamond necklace, and she was like, I don't know why you're doing this. Like, if you cheated on me, I don't want to accept this. And I just feel like when people cheat, they do feel a little guilty and they do something nice in return for something that they did that was wrong in order to kind of like build a bridge and make up for what they did wrong. Faze Banks came out with a statement he posted on Twitter In a tweet titled Alissa, he said on a notepad classic, "I could spend the next few minutes listing all the horrible things Alissa has done to me and why we didn't work, and why I did what I did. Obviously, there's two sides to every story and neither of us have been perfect. Rather than contribute to all that, I'm going to do the right thing and take responsibility for where I've gone wrong in this. Alissa and I had been having issues and I did something really stupid and hurtful. There's additional context and it's not as simple as who's right and who's wrong. It doesn't even matter at this point. What matters is we're both humans and we've both definitely hurt each other. We've been broken up for 6 months now and this incident happened almost a full year ago. It's haunted both of us for a long time. We all F up. That's human. What that girl and I shared was special, 1 in a billion special, something that I didn't expect to share with another human for as long as I'm alive. We had issues and couldn't fix them. We were miserable together for a while and couldn't ever let each other go. I think I speak for both of us when I say the love was and always will be a very real thing, which is why I refuse to let our very intimate private relationship become a spectacle online. It's heartbreaking. Social media really isn't the place. I wasn't expecting this because we were always both very much on the same page about making sure we have a line drawn in the sand about what we share with our audience. But again, I see that she's hurt and I understand where it's coming from. Liz, if you're reading this, love you. It hurts me a lot that you're hurt, but I promise hurting me won't make you feel better. I wish every day that it could have been different. I will never ever not love you and I've always been here. I truly do wish the best for you. I won't ever say a bad word about her, so sorry for everyone who wanted another sip of tea. You won't find that here. I'm sorry. I love you all." Now, guys, do you think that Faze Banks is genuinely sorry? I mean, it just sounds like he's super, super guilty and upset that he got caught. Clearly, he did something that really set off Alissa, and I feel like she found out about it, and then she saw his tweet that said, "I love you." He was feeling really sappy and regretful, and she just decided to go off because she was not going to let him play that card and make it look like he still loved her, when at the end of the day, she felt really hurt by him. And he even admitted that he did things that hurt her, and, you know, he's trying to say, she did things to hurt me too, but I feel like if she really did things that hurt him, like the way he hurt her and the way that she has been saying he hurt her, I feel like he would have come out and said them, because the things she said make him look really, really bad, and I feel like if he could justify it, he would. So let me know what you guys think about this entire Faze Banks versus Alissa Violet situation, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.